whenever we do birding programs here at the Nature Center and we talk about how to feed birds and stuff, one of the questions that comes up is how do you keep squirrels off the feeders? And so today we're going to show you some strategies that we use to try to deter the squirrels. It's an ongoing battle, so good luck. We'll show you kind of what we do here based on our situation. Each situation is a little bit different. We may not be able to keep them all off, but we can make them uncomfortable so that they don't stay on the feeders constantly. We have these architectural beams here that are kind of part of the Nature Center design, and it creates some problems because we have these beams. On the one hand, it's really great for hanging the feeders. It's easy to hang the feeders from them. On the other hand, it makes it really easy for the squirrels to get to them and very difficult for us to keep them off of them. So we've had to do some unique things to try to manage that. If you can put it on the post leading up to the feeder, that's probably the easiest way to keep the squirrel off the feeder. Because of our situation here at the Nature Center, we can't do that. We couldn't put a baffle on each post to keep all the squirrels off. So we have to put baffles on the hook leading down to the feeder, on the connection leading down to the feeder. And this baffle tilts too, so that if the squirrel jumps on it, it kind of tilts and it will slide him off. Now with that said, it's not 100% because of our situation where we have the post, he can jump and get on this feeder. I've also witnessed them slide down the feeder, hit the baffle, and then kind of grab the feeder as they're going by. So they're pretty crafty, and it's never going to be 100%, but it will keep them from being so comfortable that they'll dominate the feeder and allow birds to get to your seed. Squirrels really like sunflower seeds and peanuts and corn especially, so you can use mixes that don't have those in them. Or what we've done here is on this particular tray feeder, it's hard to keep the squirrels off. I use safflower seed, which they don't like so much. That in combination with the baffle kind of keeps them off of this feeder. This is a peanut feeder for us, and a lot of different birds like the peanuts, but guess what? Squirrels love peanuts too. So they were on this feeder. Before we got a squirrel-proof one here, I had the baffle, I had a wire peanut feeder, and the squirrels would just sit on it all day long and eat the peanuts, which was bad enough by itself, but they destroyed the feeder. I could not keep them off it, and they were ripping the feeder apart. This one actually slides down and covers the peanuts, so the squirrel can't get to it. It's done by weight. And this is a really good one. In combination with the baffle, this keeps the squirrels off. Even with the baffle here before, could not keep the squirrels off this feeder. When we first got this, squirrels jumped on it on a regular basis to try to get in it. It closed down on them. They couldn't get the peanuts. After a while, they gave up and quit bothering with it. You can kind of wave the white flag. This feeder is made to be feed on the ground for birds, and it has cracked corn and kind of a mixed seed of peanuts in it and sunflower seed, which all the squirrels love. There's no way I can keep them off it, but I put a scoop in every day, and whatever gets to it first gets to it. Usually this works out pretty well, and it's another way to keep squirrels off your other feeders. If they have a place where they're definitely going to get something to eat, they will generally try to leave your other feeders alone if they're getting at least a little bit of food at a feeder like this. One of the things to realize is if you're going to feed birds, you're going to get other critters that want to come eat the food as well, right? It's going to happen. You put food out for one animal, they don't know that you can't put a sign up and say birds only. So you're going to have to address those issues. In some cases, you give them a little bit to eat and you're fine with it. In other cases, it bothers you, right? You don't want them on. So these are the strategies that we use to try to at least mitigate some of the squirrels getting on the feeders and some of the other critters getting on the feeders. It's a constant battle. It's a give and take. Once we find out they figure something out, we change, then they figure it out again and we change. So but it's something that you just have to keep up with. If you're wanting to feed birds, it's an issue you're going to have to deal with.